When a former Boise police chief retired in 2015, he probably never thought he would be thrust back into the spotlight as a challenger to a sitting mayor. But Mike Masterson says the current administration is mired in crisis, waste, and drift, and the police department remains in turmoil, and he wants to fix it. I sat down with Masterson for the first in a series of interviews with Boise's mayoral candidates.
I had to give it some thought. Retirement's been very good. But, I've invested a lot in this city. I love this city.
Mike Masterson says the thought of running started with a couple of editorials he wrote in defense of the Boise Police Department.
The mayor shouldn't be casting suspicion on all of the department, the dedicated men and women, just because of the actions of one. But then it kind of snowballed after that. Then I had people, as you know, you write letters.
Masterson is referring to retired Captain Matt Bringleson, who was listed as a speaker at a conference hosted by a white nationalist organization. Mayor McLean condemned Bringleson, but said the city should launch an investigation to see if there's a bigger problem. Masterson says the mayor didn't follow the city's policies of identifying the scope of work, the cost, and the timeline.
We handpicked an East Coast law firm to do this when we had an equally capable and competent legal community right here who could have helped us with that investigation. And of course, we saw what the outcome was, like we predicted, that it was nothing. It was the views of one individual, one troubled individual, who created a lot of stir and controversy in this community.
I asked Masterson if he personally saw racism in the department during his 10 years as chief.
I recall in one incident where we had an individual come on, a lateral police officer from another community, and he was heard referring to a particular segment of our community in a very racist way. It was reported by officers, not by supervisors. The officer was relieved of duty, and the next day he was terminated.
Masterson made it a point to bring new recruits to the Anne Frank Memorial for one reason:
to speak out about injustice whenever or wherever they saw it.
As far as his relationship with current Boise Police Chief Ron Weineger, he says Weineger is a decent man, a leader of character and integrity, and will do well as chief. A decision he says should have been made 3 years ago. Masterson is also concerned about a rise in graffiti and keeping the streets safe, especially at night.
Some of the perceptions right now of the community are that downtown's not a safe place to be, particularly after 9:30 at night. And we need to help change that perception.
As far as the homeless issue, Masterson says we need more counseling options, but he's ready to draw a hard line if it's not a two-way street.
They don't get to come into our community and make the rules. And I think we're seeing that all across the country, where cities are now saying, you know what, no, you're not going to come in here and violate our rules. You have a right to be here, but live by our rules.
I asked Masterson if this is his campaign or others who may have plucked him from the political tree.
Nobody can pluck me out of retirement and travel and spending time with my grandchildren.
Don Nelson, Idaho News 6.